Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the War Train here. Today's video is replying to my buddy Tim from Rage Lag Gaming. Now, Tim was nominated by the Canadian Gamer to pick 3 games in his collection worth $25 a piece or more that he would part ways with. And the way the other part of this challenge works is to pick 3 games that are cost $25 or more that you would never part ways with. So Tim accepted, he did the challenge in his last video, and he passed it along to me. So thanks, Tim. But this was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Now, I was not expecting this to be that big of a deal, but this was actually pretty hard when I got looking at my games, because honestly, I don't buy a lot of filler. I just don't want to take up my shelf space with games that are not good. So I don't want to spend money on games that I'm not really into. So there's so many games that I want to use that money towards that stuff that I'm looking for, that I want, and that I need to get. So, you know, a lot of this stuff is good games. So it's like, it was really hard. Plus, too, $25 is a weird number to hit. You don't think it's that big of a deal, but, you know, a lot of these newer games, as soon as they're 6 months old, they drop in value so bad. I mean, you might have paid $60 at launch, and now they're $19.99, so they're excluded. Now, you may have a bunch of retro games, and, you know, unless they're complete or, you know, boxed or whatever, if it's a loose cart, they might only be worth $10, $15, $20. So that excludes a lot of things. But I did find some stuff. I picked some cool games. You know, like I said, parting ways with the games is tough. For me anyway, I don't want to give away games no more, but for this challenge, these are ones that I could let go. And then some that, over my dead body, they're not going nowhere. I don't care the value of them, whatever, they're just not leaving my collection. There's a reason they're here, it's because I wanted them, so they're staying here. But when I'm done showing you guys what stuff I picked, I am going to pass this on to some other lucky people. So stick with me, guys, and let's check out these games. Alright guys, so right here I'm going to show you first the games that I would absolutely part with. Now, this first one is a game that I bought on the launch day of the Nintendo Switch, and that is 1-2 Switch. This game is lousy. I got this launch day basically for my kids. I got myself Breath of the Wild and got them this. So if they wanted to play the Switch, here you go, guys. I'm playing this. I got this for them, you know, but it's still my game. It never did anything for me. I barely even touched it. I watched them play it, and I really had no interest in it at all. You know, I can't even believe that this game was $60 and still holds a pretty high value. I'm not sure what the current value is of this game, but I know it's over $25 because Nintendo does not like to drop their prices. So that was 1-2 Switch. Now the next one may bother some people. Some people might totally get it. I'm counting 2 games as one because in my opinion, they're pretty much the same kind of game. And that is Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, you know, I'm glad I bought these. My kids love these games. So right there makes it worth me picking them up. But me personally, they're okay. You know, I played on them both. You know, but they didn't wow me in any way. Honestly, I think I had just as much fun or maybe more fun playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. I actually kind of enjoyed that one. So, I mean, I enjoyed this as well, but I didn't finish them or anything, but I probably will at least finish one of the 2 of these, but they just didn't wow me in any way. It was kind of like, okay. So I could part with these. You know, I probably wouldn't, but I could. If I had to, I could easily let these go. And, you know, use the money to buy something, like, really good. And the last, you know, for the third one, let's say, same thing, I did 2 games. Now, these aren't the same game, not like Pokemon. These are totally different games, but I feel they both did the same kind of thing. They both played it too safe. Not bad games. I had fun actually playing both of them, one more than the other, but I did play both of them quite a bit. And it's just like, after you finish them, there's just no nothing that's telling me to go back to them. Maybe I'll go back to one of them later, but maybe not. There's other games in the franchise that I would go back to first, and that is Yoshi's Crafted World and Kirby's Star Allies. Like I said, not bad games. A little too easy, yeah. Especially Kirby Star Allies. This one is definitely way better in multiplayer. I don't recommend playing this game by yourself. I think it would get kind of boring because it's probably too easy. Playing with kids definitely is the way to play this game. But without kids, it's not a game you're going to be sitting down probably playing by yourself if you're an adult. And Yoshi's Crafted World, I did have fun playing this game. Now, it's definitely a little bit too easy, and, some of it is kind of like mediocre, but some of it was actually really good, and I did like the art style to it. Especially further in the game, and when it got a little more challenging, I did have more fun. But all in all, it's still a really easy game. And, I think both of these just played it a little too safe, and there's better games in the franchise, especially Yoshi. I think Woolly World was a great game. I had a blast playing that. So I would go back to that before I would go back to this. So that's why I chose these two as one. So let's get into the games that I chose that were stuff I would not get rid of, guys. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so here's the stuff that I absolutely will not get rid of here. And the first one for the Super Nintendo is Super Metroid. There's no way this game's leaving my collection. I absolutely love the Metroid franchise, especially Super Metroid. This game, I have a lot of nostalgia with it. It holds up to this day. I love the box art to this game. It's just awesome. And it really inspired a lot of stuff moving forward. And this is well over $25. I could tell you that. Even I think a loose card is over $25. But, in this state, it's definitely worth a lot more than that. And the value, I don't care. This is not leaving my collection. I absolutely love this game, and there's a reason I have it. As I really wanted this in my collection. And moving along, the next, let's say, one game, kinda. I picked two, but they're very similar, sort of. They're the start of a franchise, and I had to pick them both because to me they equally mean something major, and I have so much nostalgia for them. And I don't think this is a shock to anybody, honestly, that knows me or follows my channel. And that is The Legend of Zelda and Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link. I absolutely love these games. And these games I have so much nostalgia for. Me and my brother played these both so much on the NES when these first came out when we were kids. And I just loved them both. I understood that the second one was a lot different, but I completely enjoyed it just as much as the first one. Even though the first one I did enjoy a bit more, just because I like the open style a bit more. But I absolutely love this game as well, and I still do really enjoy both of these games. They both bring something kind of different, but they both give me similar vibes. So I absolutely love these. And these are both well over $25, especially in the condition that I have these. These were some of the first games I got when I started collecting because I had to have these first. They are some of the games that kind of got me into all this stuff. So absolutely love these, and I don't care about the prices. These are not going anywhere. And moving to the last game. I'm going to show multiple copies of this game because there's a reason I have multiple copies. This is my favorite game currently. And I don't think this is going to be a shock to anybody either. And that is Zelda Breath of the Wild. I absolutely love this game. Being a Zelda fan, this brought me back to the feelings I had playing the original game. And when I played Ocarina of Time, that also gave me vibes of the first game when I played that. That one, the first one, Ocarina of Time and Breath of the Wild all made me feel a certain way when I first played them. And this one just blew my mind because I didn't know that I could really feel that way again. That sense of wonder and excitement and just that adventure. Didn't know what was coming around the corner. I'd see stuff and I just had to go there. I wanted to check it out. It was exciting. I love that. And this game nailed it for me. And I cannot wait for the sequel to this. But I also have more versions of this. And none of these, I just won't part with them. So this was my first copy that I picked up. And then that's just the standard copy. And I was upset that I couldn't get the Master Edition right away. But then I did wind up getting the Explorer's Edition when they announced this. It came with like an art book, and I was like, man, I wish they would have did that in the beginning. But I did pick this up. This is a sealed version. I also have an open version that I, have the game out and play and everything. And then I also have 2 copies of the Wii U version. I have an open one and a sealed one. Just awesome that this was even a Wii U game. It's amazing to think, because a lot of people think this game for Switch, and it's also on the Wii U. And I want to say it was the last Wii U first-party game, which is awesome and a hell of a way to go out with a bang. With like basically one of the highest rated games ever. One of them anyway, with one of the highest rated franchises. So that's awesome. And, like I said, I was upset I couldn't get the Master Edition at launch, but I did pull through, and I got the Master Edition a little bit later. Had to pay a little more for it. This is sealed. I will not be opening this. I've decided I'm just not going to open it. This is definitely worth way more than $25. But I don't care. This is going to stay on my shelf and just going to be something cool for me to look at through the years, and just remember when this game launched and just watching all this stuff and really enjoying it. It was just amazing. I absolutely love it. And like I said, I can't wait for the sequel to see what that brings. But these are the games that I definitely would not be parting ways with. So hopefully you understand why I picked kind of a little more than 3-ish. Very kind of 4 or 5 or whatever. But I tried to keep it down to 3. Tried my best. So there you have it, guys. There's a couple games that I would, let go in my collection. And there's a couple that I absolutely would not let go at all. There's just no way. But I first off want to say thanks to Tim from Rage Lag Gaming. Definitely check out Tim's channel. He makes great videos. And I want to nominate some other guys to pass this forward. So I want to pass this along to a bunch of my other friends on YouTube. First off, Sam from Contagious Collection, Steve Craig, Retro Gamer, Chill Scissors, Bring Me Joy-Con, Ace from Fit to Play Games, Iowa Retro Gamer Dad, Pac-Man Case, and Pat from Show Me Retro. Guys, good luck. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Hopefully you guys will accept to do this. It was really fun and very hard. But thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, think about subscribing to the channel, guys. I try to put content out like this as much as I can. Try to do every day if possible. But that's the video, guys. I'm the War Train, and I'm out. Have a good one.